any principle of life, any philosophy of life, howsoever powerful, howsoever effective it is, it has its own limitations as well. Similarly, positive thinking, which plays very very important role in ascertaining success in our life, can be damaging as well if you don't know how to use it properly. There are thousands of people who use the power of positivity to sugarcoat the bitter realities of life, to whitewash the ugliness of life. If positive thinking is used to ignore the present realities, or if positive activity is not followed by the productive actions, it becomes meaningless. The job of positive thinking is to help you have a better frame of mind where you can take better and beautiful decisions of life to come out of the trap you are caught in. Positive thinking only helps in creating good condition of mind. But having good condition of mind, if you just stop there, and if it is not followed by good actions or equally effective actions, then positive thinking becomes useless. That is why I often say that you should use positive thinking as a lip balm. What is the meaning of lip balm, and why am I using this phrase over here? Lip balm means just as if your lips are having cracks, they are parched up, they are having any kind of problem. So try to use the positive thinking to heal them up. But there are many people who use positive thinking as a lipstick. Lipstick means simply to cover up something. Lipstick doesn't have any therapeutic value or practical utility. Lipstick doesn't have any medicinal property in it. So if you are trying to cover up the wounds of your lips, if you are trying to cover up the any kind of trouble that is there on your lips, by putting lipstick over there, that is simply whitewashing the ugliness, that is simply trying to cover something, not actually overcoming something. It so happened once that there was a man who was really very fed up with his life. He was tired of his life. He was completely frustrated. The business he had initiated met with the complete failure. He ran from pillar to post, from one door to another to get a good job. He couldn't get it anywhere. And whatever work he did, he met with the failure. So he was completely depressed. He was completely disappointed. He was completely depressed in life. So one day, in utter desperation or in utter disappointment, he decided to commit suicide and went to the railway track. He thought, when a train will come, a speeding train will come, I'll throw myself on the track and commit suicide. He went to a railway station and waited for a train. By the time he was sitting on a bench on the railway platform, a gentleman came to him. He asked him, "What's the problem, young man?" This man said, "I am very much fed up with my life. I don't know what to do. I'm tired of my life and I want to end my life because there is no any ray of hope in my life." He said, this stranger said to this young man, "What is there to worry so much? You say you don't have money in your life, you've met with the failures. So why are you worrying about it? What's the big deal about it? I'll give you a check of 2 lakh rupees. This man was taken aback that how a stranger can offer him a check of rupees 2 lakh. But this stranger friend did that and he gave him a check. He said, "Keep it with you and use it whenever you want." When this young man who was completely frustrated with his life got the check of rupees 2 lakh, who had long been struggling even to get rupees 2000, was very very happy, very very ecstatic. He returned in a very good frame of mind. He was very joyous and he thought, now I have backup of rupees 2 lakh with me, so I should work hard now. And whenever I think that again I meet with any failure, I'll use the money that my stranger friend has given to me. This check had given him so much positivity, so much strength, so much inspiration, so much motivation that he started working very very hard. And within no time, he turned into a very very rich man. Then suddenly one day he was reminded that he had the check of the stranger friend who met him on the railway station, and he thought, because already I have enough of money, so I don't need to draw money from this check. Why shouldn't I return it back to the stranger? So he went back to the railway station. But when he reached there, he saw a very strange sight over there. He noticed that there was a fellow surrounded by people and men, and they all were hurling abuses and beating him. The man was overcame by curiosity. He was overpowered by curiosity and he wanted to meet that man. He went there. And when he noticed that the person being abused and beaten was the same old friend who had given him rupees 2 lakh check, he said, "What are you doing, gentleman? He's such a great person. He has helped me." Then all the policemen present over there told this young man that he's a mad fellow and he keeps giving checks to the people. And when the people go to the bank, he's completely bankrupt. There is no money in his account. He's befooling the people. He is a fraudulent. Therefore, people are beating him. This young man said to all people present over there and to the policemen, "Maybe he's a fraudulent, maybe he's a mad fellow, maybe he's a foolish fellow, but let me tell you that the check given by this man has completely changed my life. I was completely disillusioned with the life. I wanted to commit suicide in my life, and I was sitting here on the same railway platform to throw myself, ahead of a speeding train and commit suicide. Then this gentleman came to me and gave me a check of rupees 2 lakhs. That gave me so much of positivity, so much of motivation that even without using or drawing money from that, check, I started working hard, and today I'm a very rich man. And today I came here to thank this gentleman and return his check to him." So, what does this story tells you? This man got the check from a mad person, from a person who was completely bankrupt. Without using that check, he became a rich man because that check gave him a hope, a ray of hope in his life. That gave him strength, that gave him new energy, that gave him a sense of, being, that, having some worth in life. Similarly, positive thinking will give you those, in that frame of mind, that kind of positivity, that kind of strength. But if having that strength you stop working, then perhaps positive thinking will lead you nowhere. So positive thinking has a role to play in your life. The role is to create beautiful frame of mind, not to stop you from any action. So when with the positive frame of mind, you derive new strength, new inspiration, new motivation, you derive new ideas, then also manage to execute them. Use the fund of positivity as the check given by this bankrupt fellow. Don't rely too much on that. Rely only to the fact that it is creating better frame of mind to initiate any action. And if you use positive thinking as an excuse, then perhaps you will be soon disillusioned, because positive thinking cannot go that far. It cannot bring change in the realities of life. And by using the word positive thinking, positive attitude, you can simply sugarcoat the realities. You can simply sugarcoat the bitter realities. You can simply whitewash the ugliness that you will come across in life. Then perhaps later or sooner you are going to disillusion with this great concept. So use positive thinking as a lip balm, not as lipstick, to cover up the wounds, to cover up the cracks, to cover up any trouble you have on your lips. All the best.